What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Francesca Friday.
Oh my God, you gave me the whole day?
Yes, I did. It rolled off the tongue, and I can't believe I never thought of it until now.
A Franny Friday?
Yes, and then Monday will be a Maria Monday.
Yeah. Sorry you get Monday.
I know, that sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
There's no R.
Franny Friday.
Franny Friday really rolls off the tongue.
It does roll off the tongue.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have anything special planned for my Franny Friday.
Fuck.
But back to the dentist.
Oh, nice.
To get another pick up another set. You know,
Nice.
they just
Still cooking?
I'm almost there. The problem is you know, when you're not, you have to be super diligent about those Invisalign, and I am pretty good about it, but sometimes on the weekends, you know, it's hard to keep it in all day. And and then there's like a delay. If it's not fully done, like my bottom layer is still not fully cooked.
Mm-hmm.
So the last time I went, it was like, ooh, you need like 3 or 4 more weeks. It's like nothing crazy, but it takes another month for those to show up. So the last month, I've just been sleeping with the last set that I have.
The oldies.
And now I need the new, but it's like every time if you have to delay it, then it takes another month to order new ones. So hopefully this is the last round, because we're close. It's almost
they look
there.
Great.
Yeah.
They look fantastic.
It's almost there. I'm ready to get these stupid brackets off my teeth.
Oh, yeah. Those are the worst.
So I've already had them off and on, because I was like, before my wedding, I was like, take them off. I'm not having these on.
Did you get a haircut?
I did.
Oh, my God. I noticed.
Did. Thanks for noticing. Yes, you're the only one that's noticed.
I know.
So
I
haven't really walked around anywhere.
I just looked at you and said, her hair looks shorter.
It is shorter. Yeah. I did get a haircut yesterday.
So it is Franny Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, really doing all the things this week. My hair's long, like longer than it's been in a while. And it was really long. Like over break, I think I realized it more when I was in, you know, like when you kind of like let your hair air dry and you look at it and you're like, oh my God, it's so long. Like, how'd it get to this length? It was just really dead on the ends too. So I had to get a good chop. I was really good about it pre-wedding when I was kind of growing it out to like get a haircut every 3 or 4 months or so. Mm-hmm. Which really does make a big difference, I think, in keeping your hair healthy.
It does.
And
I'm an often hair cutter.
Yeah, and I went a long time since my last cut. And that's when I was looking at my ends and I was like, ugh, I gotta go. So haircut.
Well, looks great.
Thanks.
Little
color, a little touch up.
Yeah. Nice. Just a little hair note for myself. It's winter now. My hair's too dark. Like, it was good when it was in the beginning, and it was, you know, I dyed it brown, and it was still like summer, and I wasn't so pale. Now I'm so pale, and I. It's
funny because normally people feel the other way. It's like when it gets bright and sunny out, that's when people like to get highlights.
Well, but I like my hair brown. I'm keeping it brown, but I messaged my girl and I was like, I'm gonna need you to add like just a touch of something.
Yeah.
ASAP, because it's like I am looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I have the winter uglies right now. I was saying it all day yesterday. I am caught with the ugly bug of winter. It's crazy. Like, I looked in the mirror and I was stunned, and I was like, oh my God, I have the severe winter uglies, and we have to do something about this. Well,
the winter uglies only come when you feel like you're getting a little pale, and just go get a spray tan.
I'm getting a spray tan this weekend.
Yes.
I am getting a spray tan. It has to happen. Like,
well, you'll get one before your bridal shower.
Yeah, I have to get a spray tan.
100%.
Like,
you're wearing white. I mean,
have to get a spray tan. I'm keeping my hair brown. I like it darker. Just gonna add like a little sprinkle, just like the slightest touch, like the sun kissed it. Maybe if she has time. I don't know if she has time. So that's a whole other thing. But no, honestly, there's obviously some very serious stuff happening in the world right now. In Los Angeles, the fires that are happening are just unimaginable. Like, seeing everything that's happening and seeing all of the videos and the pictures and just, it's heartbreaking. Like, there's really no words to actually describe what's happening. It's just heartbreaking to see unfold. People, animals, like losing everything they've built, losing memories in their homes, animals having no place to go, scared. Like, it's just it's just insane. Like, and it just keeps spreading. And I feel so sorry and scared for the people in California right now. Like, I just can't wrap my head around what's happening.
I know. It really does feel like in recent years, it's just been like the fires have just been really, really bad. And this just came out and it moved fast and it spread. And I saw a comparison of someone just comparing the acreage of the Palisades fire just to what like this island of Manhattan is. And it's just like just like a whole island of Manhattan burning to a crisp. Like it's
crazy.
The Palisades fire is, as we are talking on this show right now, we're recording, it's Thursday, so it's still uncontained. Like they're the everybody that is working to end these fires, the firefighters out there, the first responders, the volunteers, the firefighters that are coming from different cities, different states to come in and help. Like, just God bless all those people, because that can be such a thankless job, and you are out there day and night fighting these fires, and it's just so sad. I mean, I just every time I open my phone, I see something that like breaks my heart more and more. One man I saw who lost his life. Lost his life because he was outside of his house with the hose trying to like protect his home. Which is why it's just like it's so scary. But I know that the people out there and there's like, it is understood, hopefully, for a lot of people that live out there, that like when you get that evacuation notice, you leave. You know, like don't risk it. It's your life is more important. But it's been, and I think in LA where everybody like you see like everybody's sharing updates and you're seeing what's going on, so we're seeing what's happening. And it's devastating. It's like apocalyptic. It's really the Pacific Palisades was just demolished.
Right.
Like
and
there's nothing.
It's not something that you ever expect to happen, right? No. Like nobody in California is thinking to themselves day to day that something like this could ever happen. Like you can't, and it just can't be stopped. And watching by the hour, by the minute, really, the more news that comes out is more and more heartbreaking. So just praying for everybody who's involved or around the area, or friends and family, and like you said, the first responders, the volunteers, everybody who's involved right now trying to help. It's just unimaginable. And obviously there's a lot of ways that it can't be helped, but there are ways that people are trying to help get meals. I saw firefighters right now, they need protein, like people are getting snacks, they need real meals. They're fighting all hours of the day right now. So it's just insane to see. It really is not something you ever like. It's not something and there people is say like to prepare.
Yeah, there is like a culture out there. They know like there's danger of fires out there, and people have always been afraid of like, the fires are a danger. They've had fires, they've been through it, but it's just really feels like it's just been getting worse and worse.
Right. And last night when it spread to Sunset and the Hollywood Hills, and it's spreading all over Los Angeles right now. And then I guess I don't geographically, LA. I'm like, when people are like, I'm 5 miles from the fire, and to me I'm like, that's close. Like like I don't, and like people are going to San Diego, and which obviously I know is further away, and you're just like trying to think like how scared everyone must be. Even if you are going to these places, you don't know how far these fires are traveling. Like they're unattainable.
Totally. And I think it, from the last I saw, I think hopefully that Hollywood Hills fire was kind of getting under control. But yeah, it's so scary. If you were like out more towards the beach and stuff, there's people that were there that evacuated like to their friends in West Hollywood in those areas, and then that happens, and then they got to move somewhere else, and you're packing up your life and your car in these moments, and like seeing
and babies and children and animals,
seeing people trying to decide like what in their house they can take, and all these things, seeing firefighters like try and save people's keepsakes from their homes,
right? And they have their own families. And
I like literally almost burst into tears last night. I was close because I saw a video of this man who was at work and his home had like the streets had been blocked off, and he had been at work when they called for the evacuation. His dogs were in the house, and he was like sobbing. He had gotten a bike so that he could ride his bike to try and get his dogs, and he was like sobbing to the police officer to let him get through to try and get his dogs. I was like, I cannot, like, it's just so scary, so terrifying. It's a blink of an eye. Fire is so terrifying. Like, it's like truly, you snap your fingers, it's like you're like, what the hell just happened? It happens, and it moves so fast, which is why, like, if you think you're close, it's better to safe than sorry.
And the people filming inside their homes with the fire surrounding their house, it's like that feeling, like what you like. I know. I just can't even imagine that feeling. Like, you know it's coming. Like, you see it surrounding your house, and you're inside your house, and you can't walk out the front door because the fire is right there, and you're trapped in your home. Like, I don't know
if it's like a TikTok thing or just an internet thing, but because it is LA, the news reports on celebrities that are losing their homes, and like those make massive headlines, right? And you see commentary, and I don't know if it's just bad internet bullshit or what, but it's so crazy to me that there could be somebody's first thought of like, oh, that person lost their phone. They lost their home, to be like, oh, they're rich, they'll be fine. Like, it's like, that just is crazy to me. And
I don't even like giving any of that attention, because I think you're actually psychotic if that's really the way you think. And I've seen the same thing, and I just try to pay no attention to it, because it's like, I didn't even want to bring it up, because I think it's actually the most pathetic, bizarre, psychotic way to go about something so unimaginable like this. And it's like, just because, and by the way, there are tons of people who are losing their homes that are not rich and famous, and who have had those homes for years and years and years now, that actually can never purchase a home like that again, because the prices of homes have gone up. Like, there's so many things that go into this. And besides, even if somebody is rich or whatever, you're still losing your home. You're still losing memories. You're still losing something that you built. Like, it doesn't take away from the pain of those things happening. Yes, maybe it is a little bit easier for them to find their footing after, but there's also a ton of people who won't be able to find their footing after like that. It's like, it's really quite a bizarre response. It really just shows how heartless and removed from humanity the internet has become in a lot of ways. Like, they literally take people's feelings and human emotions out of it, and just are like, well, they're rich, like, they don't deserve, like, what? I know. It's really insane. It's insane. Really I hate even thinking about people like that, because it's really fucking sad.
I know. It has really become such an interesting just conversation around what social media, like what social media has turned into sometimes, whether it's on X or TikTok, or the things that get pushed now from different places. You know, everyone talks about how Twitter has changed so much, obviously, since Elon has changed it to X, and everything that has happened under his control. And the way, like, I'm like, why am I getting videos on my For You page on TikTok of people like throwing around these really just scary and problematic conspiracies about the fires? I'm like, what? Like, why? Like, this is just not, like, social media has really become a very dangerous place, and you need to have like some common sense and thought, and like see what you're seeing and watch, and like, of course, firsthand accounts of things, but when you're hearing all these other stuff, like, do your own research, read things, search for the proper facts, because I like could not believe what I was being served between some of the other content I was seeing on TikTok. I was like, what is happening? But
it's so incredibly bizarre, and it's like another one of those times where you look at the internet, and yes, the internet can be great in so many ways. Like, there are so many positives of the internet, but in times like this, there are so many negatives, and really just a bizarre conversation happening around people losing their homes and their lives. And you're like, in what world should this ever be laughed about or joked about or celebrated in any capacity. It's terrible. It's like, it's not
absolutely.
just actors and actresses losing their homes. Like, what? Please open up your brains a little bit.
And
like,
on the good side of it is when you see people coming together, there's so much good happening of folks gathering together and donating money and being like letting everyone know about resources. Like you can donate to the LAFD. You can donate to different charities that support the fire departments that are volunteering and helping. There's so many other companies that are sending supplies, sending resources, and
there's so many ways to help.
There are. If you are
even a little money goes a long way.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be a large sum of money.
Totally.
Like just if you can donate just a little bit, that will go a long way. A meal for somebody. Like there's so many different ways to help people.
You can send supplies. I know I saw a bunch of people in New York like putting together things that companies to send, care packages to send and things like that. So there's a lot that we can do from here to try and help the situation out there. But God, my heart breaks for all these people. It's really so scary. And seeing these, like I think it was Spencer and Heidi lost their house, and Heidi just crying, being like, I just want to go home, like just really just broke my heart. And then of course like Spencer is Spencer, which you kind of needed a little bit. Like he posted and he was like dark humor because he was like, hey everyone, thanks so much for getting me to 1 million on TikTok. All I needed was to have my house burned down.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and it's
dark humor in times like that.
For sure.
I've seen people.
It's an outlet for people, like however you want to handle it yourself.
For sure.
You know, it's your life. You can that's his life that he's talking about.
I saw a girl do like a MTV Welcome to My Cribs, and like it just was, her house is just not there. And it's dark humor, obviously, but people are going to cope with it the way that they want to or feel that they should. But the whole thing is incredibly sad.
So
and
scary.
Just prayers go out to everybody who's involved in this disaster.
Yeah.
Really, it's a disaster, and it's incredibly scary. But yeah, we will continue to hopefully be a light for people out there and continue on with the show.
Yeah, so we'll get into some topics of what else is going on. Of course, I know right now it's like when the LA life and celebrity culture is so intertwined.
Right.
So of course that like those are the biggest stories right now, but we'll, try and throw in a few other moments in here and have a couple laughs and play some trivia.
Yes, we'll play some trivia. We'll get into that.
This is the way to a healthy scalp. Get to the root of your healthy hair goals with Ouai scalp care that will get your strands looking stronger, fuller, and healthier. Their hair and body products are made to be effortless and work for you and your routine. I love the Ouai products. There are so many that I use every day, a part of my routine. The leave-in conditioner, the scalp serum. Honestly, in the wintertime, my scalp gets dry, can get flaky. The Ouai anti-dandruff shampoo is amazing. It's a staple in my routine. You have that combined with the scalp serum, which balances and hydrates the scalp. 100% saw thicker, fuller looking strands after using scalp serum, according to an expert grading study. This daily scalp serum can be used day or night with wet or dry hair. It soothes irritation and keeps your hair stronger and fuller through a healthy, hydrated, balanced scalp. You guys know I color my hair. I just got a haircut. I'm keeping my hair healthy, trying to do all these things. I love the scalp serum, especially right after I get out of the shower, and I have to use the anti-dandruff shampoo, Ouai conditioner, plus the Ouai body cleanser, best scents, best smells. The scrub is also so great if you're looking to really get a deep cleanse on your scalp or your body with their scrubs. And then after that, going in with the scalp serum, which helps soothe that irritation and keeps your hair stronger and fuller. The way to a healthy scalp starts here. Go to theouai.com, that's THEOUAI, and use code CHICKS for 15% off any product. That's THEOUAI.com, code CHICKS.
We'll talk about just quickly a little bit Surviving Barstool. Last episode of the week happened Wednesday night. I won an immunity challenge, which I was freaking pumped about.
I've never seen you move so fast.
I have never seen myself move so fast.
Like I actually press rewind. I went back so that I could see because I was like, you were moving those pieces.
God.
Like I've never seen you move before.
I was locked the fuck in on that. I mean, like after losing so many challenges with my tribe, I was like, I need to win an immunity challenge. Like, you know, so like winning an immunity challenge was such a huge moment. I was freaking pumped, like jumping up and down, super excited about that. Biz went home, told Biz he was going home because I think Biz knew he was going home, and it was like,
I loved every second of Biz on this show. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Biz was such a treat. Like he really is such a nice guy.
He is.
Biz,
when he was like, all right, girls, you go get him.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah.
No, he is such a nice guy, and like. We weren't on the same tribes at all, but like in the moments that we did talk, like he really is just such a nice guy. But he wasn't playing the game, so you're like,
no,
all right, Biz, your time has come.
Hearing him talk to Big Cat about immunity and like the keys, and he's like trying to explain to him that you have to like open the box, and Biz was like, what? Like,
yeah. He didn't know what was going on in the game. And he could have like made a move at that point if he really wanted to, but he wasn't really playing.
I think like once his buddies had gone, like he was like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, all right,
that's it.
My time here is
it's done. Like he's like, I think everybody else is taking this like way more seriously than I am. So.
I think he wasn't anticipating how serious it was going to get.
Yeah.
I also think he didn't realize it wasn't a team game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
right.
I think I think it hit the point where he was solo and he was like, It's
like, yeah, I don't do well solo.
Yeah. He's a team guy. He's a team guy. So that was funny. And then of course the Big Cat stuff. That was it was interesting because for me, Big Cat was telling me he wanted to quit, but he didn't want to do it on camera and was like making me like basically jump through these hoops of like
he wanted you to like set a scene.
Yes, he wanted me to set a scene for him, basically that he wasn't quitting, but we were telling him he was going home because he didn't want it to be seen that he was quitting.
Yeah.
And for me, I kind of was, because he was like, if it looks like you backstab me, like I'm not gonna, like that sort of thing. He was like, it has to look like you didn't backstab me for me to vote for you in the end. And I was like, well, if I vote you off, then it looks like I'm backstabbing
no matter what,
you
it's gonna look
from
like
the
it.
viewers, like from the audience, it's gonna look like I backstab you. And that wasn't the plan. Like I had no intention of voting Big Cat off at that point. And then it turned into like, I was like, okay, fine. Like you want to go home? Like we'll send you home. And then it like, I think he was freaking out, and it became more and more like, if you don't send me home, like I'm gonna freak out. And I was like, I'm gonna send you home. And then it was like all these things like, if Dave votes Megan or Rico out, I'm not voting for you in the final. And I'm like, dude, what? Like, I told you I'm sending you home. Why are you like telling me you're not going to vote for me in the end?
The man clearly spiraled.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm doing everything you want. And then it was like, well, you have to tell me on camera. So then I'm like going to do this like fake scene. And I'm like, he wanted it to be portrayed in his way.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean?
Instead
of just being like...
He wanted to control the narrative about him leaving.
Yeah, that's what it is. He wanted to control the narrative about him leaving. And I was like, Like, I just was like so like confused and kind of like fed up with what was happening in that moment. Because I'm like, well, if you want to quit, then quit. Don't say to me, you have to do X, Y, and Z for me to quit.
Right, don't make... And also it's like, because it does, no matter what, it would make you look like the bad guy. Because like no matter what, it would be like, if you were like... Even if you went to him and said, you know what, Dan, like it's you, like we're sending you home. Like everyone would be like, what the fuck? Like they had an alliance from the beginning. Why aren't they sending, like why isn't it Biz or like any, like why, you know, like
it was just,
no matter what, it would have not, like it would have not necessarily backfired, but I think people would have been really confused.
I will say,
so it just makes more sense that he wanted to go. So that's it.
And in those moments, I will say like, I was like really freaking out, like because I knew that he didn't want it to be on camera, but I also was like, well, this isn't really fair because now we're doing all these things that, like behind the scenes off camera, but then you want the things that you want to be on camera, and like that's not fair. Like I just was kind of I started freaking out. And
it's just tough because you got and you have said before already that you like there were times when you guys did not have your phones. But that's the problem, because any other reality show, something like that, like 100% is put in the show, because you're not texting about it. He'd have to say it to your face.
Yeah, he has to say it openly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so him texting about it was like his way around trying to really reveal like what was actually happening, and that's kind of unfair to the show, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
and that's
like
kind of
unfair
why
to the integrity of the show to be like sending text messages of like set up plans.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of why I ended up saying like, here's this fake scene, because I started going crazy in my head, being like, wait, if he wants to quit, then why isn't he just quitting? Why is he telling me I need to send him home? And this narrative of I need to tell him on camera I'm sending him home and we're going to film a fake scene, but I know that this is all fake because we're texting.
Yeah.
And like my brain really, honestly, first of all, we've been locked in that office for days now. And like my brain started going crazy and I was like, this just like, this isn't real. And like, I'm going to say it. And if you want to quit, then openly say you want to quit, because, like this is crazy to me. So yeah, that's what happened, and he's talked about it, and everyone has their thoughts about it, and more will be revealed later on. And yeah, it's kind of, it is what it is.
It's what it is. Yeah,
that's what happened.
Exactly.
But
that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's just the way it happened. But
yeah, R.I.P. to Biz.
Yeah, tough, I know
tough.
People were really rooting for Biz here in the end.
Yeah.
Like the narrative has been these fucking final 8, I'm rooting for Biz.
Nothing has made me happier, truly, watching people like implode over the remaining contestants in the show. Like,
I mean,
it really
it's incredible.
It's made people like lose their minds in a way that is just like, okay, so you're crazy and you're just outing yourself for like really just not liking women. Period.
Yeah, I mean,
like in general.
Listen, if I come across like unlikable and whatever, that's fine. Like I made all those moves and that's fine. But it's like, I'm
not even talking about you specifically. It's just crazy that's like, I'm not watching anymore. It's only women left.
I can't believe all 4 of these women are still in it.
Yeah, like, oh my God. And poor Kelly, she has one meltdown. And it's like, unfortunately, it extended over multiple episodes. But it was still like the same moment in time.
Yeah.
And it's it's because girls are just crying the whole time now. It's like, no, they're not. Shut up.
And I mean, the thing is, the boys are crying too.
Yeah.
What are we gonna?
Yeah, like just because there aren't tears coming from their eyes doesn't mean that they're not like
right. Like that's another thing is like people are like Kelly's
Big
crying.
Cat
It's like
straight up quit.
Big Cat quit and also didn't want it to be shown.
Yeah.
Like he like there's I'm like. It's just, it's a
God forbid you show a little emotion. Ugh.
And let me tell you, thank God people showed emotion, because we were locked in this office for fucking days with each other, and it really starts to make you go really crazy, and like you're just...
I'd be crying on day 2 just because I'd be sad I'm like not sleeping in my bed.
Oh, I mean, like... I was crying in the shower at times. That's just not on camera, it's just like really becomes disorienting.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's like, okay, we've been in here and it feels like we've been in here for months.
Yep.
And everyone is like fighting with each other. And yeah, maybe the boys aren't crying literal tears, but they're screaming their heads off and like threatening each other's lives about the game. So
and then also basically crying about like their friends being mad at them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Then you have that aspect of it. It's like, oh, my friends are mad. It's like, well, tell your friends to fuck off and say, hey, I voted you. It's got like Dave's mentality.
Rico's basically crying. There's just no tears coming out of his eyes.
Like Dave's whole thing is just like he's just like you're out, and like he's just like owning it. And I think
nobody's enjoying themselves more than Dave.
No, Dave's having the time of his life, and I think the guys like in the house, and I think they've said this when it came to Dave. It was like, okay, Dave's like, I'm voting you out, and like that's it. I'm not even gonna try and like apologize.
Yeah.
Whereas like Big Cat, and he said this on Pick'em, I think, where he was like, I was voting people out, but I was trying to make it seem like it wasn't my doing, and I wanted them to not be mad at me. But I'm like, if you just like,
have to own
if you just own up to it, and you're like, hey, it's the game.
Yeah.
Then
you can't play both sides.
Then a day later, people are like, yeah, it's the game.
Yeah.
But like, you're playing like all these sides of it.
It's harder for everybody when you try and play both sides.
It's like if you just say, hey, it's a game, and then people just have to start accepting
you're making it more difficult for yourself. You're making it more difficult for the other people to really understand the moves that you're making. It's just not fully transparent. So and I think
that's where my frustration came in with the Big Cat stuff was that like just be transparent about wanting to like quit. Don't do this weird, this can't be on camera, let's go film this fake thing and then dee-da-da-da-do-da, like jump through this hoop and that hoop and then maybe I'll like vote for you in the end if you make it to the end. It's just like I'm like, what? Like, huh? And then I don't know, Rico makes me laugh. Like I just watch like I know, right? I didn't know like I didn't know half that stuff happened. Like I'm like watching
the finding the keys.
Yeah, like Big Cat giving Rico his keys and like, you know, then you see this stuff happen. You're like, what? So I don't know. But I will say it's just like when you are in there, you feel like nothing else in the world exists.
Yeah.
And it's disorienting for sure. But the final 3 episodes are next week. A reunion will be filmed in Chicago with everybody next week, which will be quite interesting because it seems like a lot of the guys are mad at each other. That's my takeaway from what's happening online.
Yep. It's we're just gonna have to see how it goes.
Yeah,
just gonna have to see how it goes because I'd imagine there's some words that some of these guys have to say.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, like sometimes I feel like it's all online chatter, and then they get in person and like but you never know.
You never know.
Some of them don't have a problem saying stuff to people's faces.
No. I mean, Kirk certainly has no issue.
Kirk certainly
Kirk
not.
Kirk certainly does not have an issue.
Kirk will let it fly.
Yeah.
Kirk said he's going to spit in Rita's face. So.
You know, they've obviously made it very clear with the bussing guys that there was like, you know, contract stuff going on and things like that. So at this point, who knows what the bussing boys will say to Dave?
Yeah, that was that was wild. Yeah. And it was like
they're really holding on to that.
They're really holding on to it. And it's like, well, Will won last year. So like, the reasoning there for me was like, well, Will won last year. Taylor also is connected with
Dave
Will.
Dave lost the first year. It's not like it's impossible to get David.
No, I know. And I don't know why people are acting that way. Like they're like, the game's rigged. Dave's still in it. Big Cat was still in it. Big Cat was the first one voted out last season. And Dave was like shortly the third one voted out. Like it's not impossible for them to get out. It just, this is what happened.
They just played the game wrong. They should have got him out then.
Right.
Earlier.
Like it's just how the game was played. And you know, people are always gonna, you know, I don't know, man. This fucking
show will be back on Tuesday.
Yeah, so the show will continue next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then it'll be over. So yeah, let's get into
what a journey.
Yeah, let's get into
some topics.
The rest of the show, some topics. Jessica Alba and her husband getting a divorce. I was a little surprised by that one. Armie Hammer will be starring in a new movie called The Dark Knight, a vigilante thriller. He's really back in the news here. He can't stop. He has to turn down roles. He's getting so many. Yeah. The Billboard lists continue to be wild and just
they're doing it on purpose now.
Yeah, I feel like they're just looking for a rise out of everybody. Yep. And Aly and AJ were on Call Her Daddy, and they talk about how Aly had the offer for Hannah Montana, which would have been wild. And we have a great game of trivia. So let's get into the topics.
We love getting out to live events, whether it's a concert, a football game, or a comedy show, and we always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love Game Time. Now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. There are plenty of events that I have my eyes on. In a few months, there's a Gracie Abrams show that I really want to go to. And if we're talking about last minute minute tickets. I mean, we're going into the playoffs this weekend. If your team is playing and there's a football game you want to get to, Game Time is the place to check. I got my Eagles sweater on right now because we're going into Wild Card Weekend. So maybe you're an Eagles fan, you want to get down to the link, check out Game Time. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. So what are you waiting for? It is time to buy those tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time.
It was announced that Jessica Alba and her husband, Cash Warren, are getting a divorce after 17 years. That's a long time. It's like 50 in Hollywood years.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's really more of a congratulations rather than a sorry that happened when you make it that long in Hollywood, you know?
Yeah. You're like, oh, sorry, it's over, but look how far you've come.
Right. Be happy it happened.
Right.
You know?
TMZ reports that the two are nearing a divorce after 16 years of marriage. Alba, 43, and Warren, 45, first met in Vancouver in 2004 on the set of the superhero flick Fantastic Four. He worked as a director's assistant, and obviously she played Sue Storm in the film. They wed in 2008, and they have 3 children together. Daughters Honor, Haven, and son Hayes. Their oldest is 16, their youngest is 7. So yeah, I mean, she's 43. So they met in 2004. It's 20 years ago, plus 21 years ago almost now. So she was really early 20s too.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a lot of life that they have lived together through her 20s, 30s.
It's a celebration of life, not a divorce.
Yep. The article says the pair put on a united front to celebrate son Hayes' 7th birthday earlier in January. In a cryptic message on New Year's Eve, Alba wrote that her 2024 was filled with connection, growth, adventures, laughter, peace, sisterhood, transformation, rebirth, joy, and so much love. Yeah. And that's just kind of it. There's really not too many details about it.
Besides, like, they got a divorce.
Yeah. This is where it's at. But it's one of those things where you look at just timing of everything. It's like, oh, this has already been quickly forgotten. So they dropped this news at the time that they wanted to.
I'm kind of excited for like a Jessica Alba single girl era.
So fair.
Paige DeSorbo and Jessica Alba and their single girl era together.
What they hit in the town.
Right. What could they accomplish?
Yeah. So much. So much. Really. So much.
You know, I'll be on board for Jessica Alba single era. And
I thought that was very funny. Did you see after they brought it up on Giggly Squad again this week that the rumors of Paige and Marcelo and Paige was like, no, I had to text him and be like, hey, there's like a rumor. Sorry that like I cheated on my ex with you. And he was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, if you're Marcelo, you're like, wow, what a compliment.
Yeah. I don't think people like he was on Hannah's bachelorette trip. Like they're like, so it's but yeah, it's just crazy where these things pop out of nowhere. Like they just jump up from TikTok or something. And
to bring up the Paige thing again, like I saw she talked about basically just like how misogynistic the comments have been towards her in the breakup with Craig. And like, I couldn't agree more. And I think it's disgusting, but I love that Paige is always going to like own who she is and stand by her decisions and just thrive in this era. And she looks stunning. Her and Hannah both look unbelievable. They were at the Knicks game. They're sitting courtside. They're living their life.
I think she called them like stay at home boy mom. I don't know.
She did. She said they were like 60-year-old boy moms or something like that.
Yeah, 6-year-old boy moms.
Which, you know, a lot of it is older women, but
no, it's like that Bravo. It's that older Bravo fandom that is just like they love Craig so much that they just can't fathom a young woman not sacrificing her entire life for Craig.
It's insane. It's like it just that's the way it went. Deal with it. That's how she felt. You can't stop the way someone feels. Like
totally.
So you do your thing, Paige, and you do your thing, Jessica Alba, as well. And
exactly.
We can't wait to see you guys hit the town together. Armie Hammer is starring in a new thriller called The Dark Knight. Now, I'm offended that they're naming this thriller The Dark Knight.
I mean, why would you ever do that?
Why would you ever name a movie after one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Personally, The Dark Knight is one of my favorite movies ever. So to hear that this psychopath Armie Hammer is going to be filling the role of the Dark Knight, but not the Dark Knight. Like, imagine it was the Dark Knight and it was like Armie Hammer as Heath Ledger's role, like the Joker. Like, that would be insane. But now it's just like this thriller called The Dark Knight, and it's just like so fitting for Armie Hammer to be in a thriller because he genuinely has no life behind his eyes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's the perfect casting.
And it's a director that is just like known to be like so bad. It's this director. I don't know. I'm my Uwe Boll.
My fingers smell like chicken salad.
Oh my God! Some is just for.
I ate chicken salad.
You had just. I was gonna say. Just make sure you tell everyone you had a chicken salad for lunch.
I had a chicken salad.
Not just how your fingers randomly. No, you're dipping your fingers in chicken salad.
No, that would be disgusting. It would be. I had a chicken salad sandwich for lunch, and I have yet to use. I didn't wash my hands after. I didn't go to the bathroom or anything. I wasn't in that capacity to wash my hands, and now my.
That's
hands
okay. I
like
won't shame you for not washing your hands yet.
I didn't.
Like, I feel like you had to. You're like clarifying why you didn't wash your hands. It's like it's okay.
Right. It's
you
okay
ate lunch
that I
and
didn't.
you
I
came
ate
in
lunch and I came in here and my hands smell like chicken salad.
What was I gonna say? Oh, this guy's Wikipedia just says his films have been critical and commercial failures, and his 2005 movie Alone in the Dark is considered one of the worst films ever made.
Fuck yes, Armie.
So this is exactly who Armie Hammer should be working with.
Right, exactly. And here's the thing. I feel like when Armie Hammer said that he's turning down all these roles, all the roles that are being offered to him must be just like psycho thriller maniac roles. Like, honestly, they should have cast Armie Hammer as American Psycho. He would have done an impeccable job. He would have done.
It's not hard when you're
living the life.
When you're playing yourself.
He would have done an outstanding Oscar-worthy performance of American Psycho.
Yeah,
and I guess it's also
Butler. It's also like not supposed to be Batman. I don't know. It's weird.
It's not. That's what's confusing about it.
Hammer plays a character who takes justice into his own hands as he sets out to hunt down criminals, while his crusade transforms him into a social media sensation and a hero in the eyes of the public. The local police chief sees him as a menace to society and aims to take him down. So it's just it's just Batman,
but not Batman.
But like Batman, but he's Spider-Man. You know, like he's
all of them combined.
Yeah,
the ultimate superhero, Armie Hammer.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
This is for the Variety article. While the new film's familiar title might conjure images of a certain caped crusader, executive producer Michael Roche pointed out that, quote, "Our movie is very different from Chris Nolan's movie.
We bet.
So there is no danger of confusion. Don't worry, Michael. No one was going to compare your movie to Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight.
You and Christopher Nolan are not one and the same, Michael."
Oh, man. I actually was cracking up because Clemmer wrote a blog about this, and the headline was just Armie Hammer to star in movie somehow called The Dark Knight by the worst director alive.
It's like it couldn't be more perfect. I wonder how much Armie Hammer is getting paid for this.
That's such a good
I'm really
question.
snoopy about that. I want to know how much he's getting paid for this because
I mean his fee has got to be low,
right? But if the money's there, you know, it's like
I know, but I'm saying like it's not like they can make a movie like this with Armie Hammer. They're not gonna,
The crazy thing is like
get Glenn Powell in this role.
No, the crazy thing is like Armie Hammer like reading this and like really sinking his teeth into the script and being like, this is that a. It's a little bit of both there, yeah. But it's just like, this is me. Like he's reading, he's like, I can
really taking a bite out of that screenplay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Really taking a chunk out of it, and making it his own. I mean, Armie Hammer.
Can't wait to not
freak.
See this movie.
He's a total fucking freak, and I will talk about him whenever I can.
Yeah, fair.
Because if you are listening to this and you still haven't gone to listen and like take in.
Yeah,
the psycho that is Armie Hammer. You have to.
You guys see my funny comment?
I did.
I saw it. Yep.
Thanks.
It's funny.
I said he's gonna eat this roll up.
Yeah.
For those listening.
Man, he's gonna eat this roll up.
Another Noah, you crushed it. God, you're so funny.
Thanks.
It was a good one. I did laugh. Did I not like it? I don't know if I threw it a like. I'm sorry, but
there's so many I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. Well, you've been an active commenter these days.
Yeah. Sometimes I do some in my commenting.
Sometimes and then in the next topic with the Billboard stuff, you commented too, and then you got put in your place.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to rile the people up, you know?
I read that and I was like, I gasped. Like, okay, we could just move on to the next topic. But Billboard, you know, they're putting out a new list every single week and people get riled up about it.
Yeah,
it causes conversation.
They kind of are. It's like, it is very BuzzFeedy.
Billboard like lost their credibility. But
I know. I don't really know what it is, but Billboard named they did a list of the biggest albums of the century. They're also like really throwing around century. Mm-hmm. Like everything's century. It's 2025.
People are like, we're only 25 years into a century.
Yeah, like we're a quarter into the century. And now we're dubbing like the winners of the century.
Yeah, I think they're maybe mixing up.
Right, it's like not like of the past saying, 2 decades.
Yeah.
But it's like up until now, from 2000 to now. But they could literally just say of the last 25 years. Because you could also
be like, if it was 100 years, and that would go back to like 1925.
Yeah. But anyway, the number one on the list is Dangerous, the double album by Morgan Wallen. And that just really threw people for a loop once again. As far as, I mean, if you're going to go from 2000 to right now, and I guess
from 2000
like solely they base it off their numbers, and that the album stayed on the Billboard charts for like a ridiculous amount of time, and that's how they're deciding on that. But like,
no, but this is insane.
That doesn't like I don't really qualify. I don't know. Like the Billboard numbers aren't the end all be all of popularity of music, if that makes sense. Because like, while Morgan Wallen is a giant star, I understand that. Like his fans are active, and this album was popular for so long. But like to say it was the biggest album of the century.
In the last 25 years, since 2000, you're going to tell me Morgan Wallen's album was the biggest one out of all of them?
No.
That's fucking bananas.
No, you're going to lose me up with that.
That's insane. That is not something I can get behind. And I'm not just saying it because we're not like Morgan Wallen fans and we are not whatever. It's just genuinely untrue. Like, that can't be possible. Maybe in their music, like, statistic world, but like, in terms of the biggest albums, this is 2000? It's 2000 we're talking about?
I know.
Like, what?
That
seems insane. And
Morgan Wallen's Dangerous is number one on top Billboard 200 albums of the 21st century chart.
For their stats, sure, but for
over the last 25 years,
no, that's a big no. And
so this is how they get it. The 200 position ranking recaps performance on the weekly Billboard 200 albums charts from the start of 2000 through the end of 2024. After debuting at number one on the weekly list dated January 23rd, 2021, Dangerous, the double album, remained on top through the chart dated March 27, 2021, becoming the first album to spend its first 10 weeks at number one since 1987 when Whitney Houston's Whitney did the same.
So it's just a stats thing. It's not an opinion.
It really is just like,
so I'm getting worked up over like an opinion thing when really it's a stats thing, and I can believe the stats. Like I do believe.
I'm still surprised that like Taylor Swift wouldn't have been like.
I know, it is crazy that he does have that number through the December 28th, 2024 dated Billboard 200. Dangerous, the double album, compiled 158 weeks in the top 10. Only one album has logged more weeks in the region, the original cast recording of My Fair Lady in 1956 to 1960.
Damn.
So,
and then on top of that, Billboard named Taylor Swift the number one artist of the century, and then Noah decides to comment, Billboard just saying Taylor is most popular and Beyonce is most talented, which is true, which was a really bold comment on Noah's part, and I wanted to know how much Beyonce was paying you, and did Jay-Z hold a gun to your head to make that comment? Because what made you do that?
I don't know. I
Were you
think
feeling spicy that night?
Yeah, it was. No, I said it. I think
sometimes
I
he does just want to mix it up.
Because we were talking about it, I think me, Sarah, and Maddie, and then I just like I said that, and then I just thought, oh yeah, might as well comment it.
It was like Kanye came out of you with that comment.
I mean, I don't know about that.
I mean, that is the exact thing that happened with Kanye when he stormed the stage and said, "I'm gonna let you finish,
true.
but
Actually,
I'm gonna let you finish, but all right, Noah West."
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, yay.
The Jewish Kanye.
Yeah, the Jewish Kanye. No, I mean, people know. Like, I don't actually hate Taylor Swift. I believe what I said.
Yeah.
I that's just my opinion though, and I partially was just like I like to see people get riled up, and the first comment back to me was pretty. I laughed out loud when I read it.
You do like to rile people up, and I like admire that about you. You know what I mean?
Because
like,
I'm
you're
like
you think it's funny,
yeah, and then to see like the Swifties because they actually get like personally offended if you say anything remotely bad about Taylor Swift. It's fun to watch. Like it's like I don't actually care. Like I like Beyonce. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
Noah's like in his bed kicking his feet, like doo-doo-doo, like leaving the comment, and then he's like putting his phone down to watch a bad Netflix movie and smoke some weed.
Yep, completely.
That's his night.
Completely. I just want to read the top.
I did some chicks in the office.
Weed's already been smoked at that point.
Yeah.
I just want to read the top 10 of these albums because while Dangerous, the double album, has been on it every year since 2021, it then goes Adele with the 21 album,
The Class,
which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Then Fearless, Taylor Swift. And then 1989, Taylor Swift.
See, that I can get on board with 1989.
And then Hamilton soundtrack.
Well, of course.
The Hamilton soundtrack. And then Morgan Wallen again, One Thing at a Time, which was the album that came out in 2023. Then Post Malone, Hollywood's Bleeding. And then we have Lil Baby for My Turn.
Lil Baby made it on there.
Lil Baby's number 8. That's why it's like, honestly, I don't think I really pay attention to what is charting on Billboard anymore. And then I see these lists, and I'm like,
how have I not heard
charting on Billboard?
A Drake album yet?
Yeah.
Like,
number 9, Nickelback, All the Right Reasons.
Fuck yeah.
And then number 10, Ria, your fave.
What?
Take a guess.
I don't know.
An album I've been very fond of recently.
Oh, Fine Line?
No, but you've been talking. It's made a comeback for you of you being like, holy shit, this album's so good.
Tell me.
She's a singer, pop star. She's got a poker face.
Oh my God, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, The Fame is number 10.
First of all, when I talked about, I can get on board with that being the number 1 album ever, because when I talked about Lady Gaga and I then went back and looked at the songs on The Fame, and I'm going to bring them back up right now, I left out some of my favorite ones. First of all, Beautiful Dirty Rich was like my anthem. Like I was
this stat actually does say that Lady Gaga's debut album first reached the top 10 on the weekly Billboard 200 in March 2009, and it went on to spend 396 weeks on the list during the first 25 years of the century. The Fame accounts for 48% of Gaga's total 825 weeks spent on the chart in the first quarter of the century across her 14 charted albums. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
The popularity of that album.
Beautiful Dirty Rich, which was like, I'm in 6th grade, like, beautiful, dirty, dirty, rich, dirty, beautiful, dirty. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like a little slut, and I didn't even know what like a blowjob was. And then Paparazzi, Love Game, Let's Play a Love Game, Little Love Game, Starstruck.
Yep.
Baby, can you blow my heart up? Oh my God. Yep. This album at my bachelorette party is gonna be on a loop.
Yeah.
You mark that down. Make sure you put that in.
Damn, like we should have a Lady Gaga theme night.
Oh my God.
Just all dress up as different Lady Gagas. I know. Yeah. Shit. Well, maybe we just need to have like a Lady Gaga birthday party for you at some point.
Oh, this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do it this year.
Labeled Beautiful Dirty Rich.
Yep.
My 28th birthday.
Yep.
That's crazy that she has 2 songs on this album well over 1 billion streams.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Lady Gaga. Like the excitement that's pouring over me for Lady Gaga, like it's just like, yes,
crushes it.
When you like really, really love something, you see someone get that recognition, it's like, yes, Lady Gaga. Woo!
Agreed.
Stephanie Giancola, if you can hear me out there.
Yeah. My little Italian.
my little paisan.
Yep.
It's me and you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, moving on. Aly and AJ went on Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
We have yet to listen to the whole thing, but we will because we are an Aly and AJ stans. Potential breakup song, The Rush. I've
been listening to Rush by Aly and AJ like a lot recently. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know what it is, but that song in particular, every time I put it on, I'm like, ooh.
I think I brought this up recently, but do you remember the Veronicas?
Yeah.
I feel so untouched right now. Need you so much somehow.
Yeah.
How can resist you? Go crazy from the moment I met you.
Yeah. Love the Veronicas.
Yeah. Well, they did talk about how Aly was offered the role of Hannah Montana, and I do want to say things would have been different. You know, like
on the course of
everything
the world.
Everything happens for a reason.
Like so much would have changed.
Love
Pop
Aly
culture
and
as a whole
AJ.
would not be the same.
They went the route they were supposed to. We got cowbells, and it was fantastic, and we got their music. The world needed Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
I do believe that Miley is so much talent that it would have come in a different way somehow, but it makes... Like Hannah was the perfect thing. And it is so interesting now because you see all these, like, I remember the Rolling Stone article that we talked about, I guess it's like a few months ago, that was written being like, oh, like, look at all the pop stars of today, like taking so much inspiration, honestly, from that Hannah Montana era. So and a lot of it traces back to Miley. But, and it takes nothing, like Aly and AJ are amazing, but my God, it really would have been different. Like, and it's funny because are they the same age?
They must be.
It was Aly, right? Who was going to be Hannah Montana?
Yeah.
And I feel like Aly's a little bit older. Because I just feel like at that point, Aly was already doing stuff. Like, when Phil in the Future was already on TV, no?
Yeah, she was on Phil
wasn't
in the Future.
It was pre-Hannah Montana. Phil in the Future was pre-Hannah Montana.
Yes.
Aly's 35. So, Miley's what? 30? 32? Well, how old is Miley?
Miley Cyrus' age, she's 32.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3-year difference.
Yeah, it's really not a lot at all. It's really not a lot at all. But yeah, I bet you because too, it's like that Disney World back then was so, like they kept it all in the family. Like they brought people from different shows onto other things. It, like they would audition kids that were on previous shows. So Phil the Future came out in June of 2004. And Hannah Montana first episode was on March of 2006. It's actually really a close overlap of when, so March 24, 2006, Hannah Montana. The end of Phil the Future was August 2006.
Damn.
So probably would have been like her next thing
It
right
would have
after
just been
Phil
the
the Future.
It would have just been the next jump.
The next jump would have been her own show. But that would have been, it would have been
different.
A tougher sell, I think, because it's hard to jump. And she was a prominent character on Phil the Future.
And then you also had with Hannah Montana, you also had her own dad play her dad in the show too, which added a whole other element to the show, I think.
It did.
And Billy Ray.
Like I wonder, you think like who would have been? They'd have to get another dad.
It wouldn't be Billy Ray. Like
it would have been another like semi washed up country star.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about what could have been, but almost like everything happens for a reason, because
as it does.
There's a reason she didn't do it, and there was a reason why Miley Cyrus stepped into that role.
But I could truly listen to Aly and AJ talk about old stories for like hours. Like I would like to sit down with them for days and just like pick their brain. Like the Jonas Brothers stuff is also fascinating to me. Like having Joe Jonas be your first kiss is just like, what an achievement.
Congratulations. It's an award.
Put that on a trophy and put it on your mantle.
For sure. Yeah, I wish that we can have them come in here. Maybe one day we can try and get them on this show.
I would die. That would be a dream. And I'm sure you're like they're probably like sick of talking about the same shit over and over again, but it's just so fascinating to us and we're such big fans.
But maybe sometimes they like to reminisce.
Yeah, I know. I mean, at that point you kind of have to. And it's like, if Joe Jonas was my first kiss, I'd be telling everybody.
Yeah, it's a funny story
all the time.
Yeah, it's a nice little throwback. Yeah. Maybe they can have a reconnection. He's single.
So true, but is she single?
Yeah, I don't know. I just threw that out there and I didn't know. So yeah, I am excited to listen to that whole thing though.
Oh my God, really quickly, you know what I want to say? The one good thing that I saw that really made me so happy yesterday, because I feel like there's been a lot of sad news. The School of Rock couple got married.
Yes!
Oh my God, the School of Rock couple got married. And the wedding was beautiful. It was in New Jersey.
It was so sweet.
And there were so many cast members there. So many of the kids went, and honestly, they all look the same.
Did Jack Black go?
No, Jack Black was not there. But oh my God. But they got married. It was Angelo Masagli.
And Angelo got married.
And Caitlin Hale, a.k.a. Frankie the security detail, and Marta the vocalist in Mr. Schneebly's substitute class tied the knot on January 4th, which served as a reunion with several of their fellow Horace Green classmates. I said, oh my God, what a dream.
That is congratulations.
I know. Isn't that
so
cool.
nice?
And then you get like this
and
whole.
You get to look back on the movie.
I know. And there's this whole like they did a whole New York Times write up on them. They brought the cast back together. They met then. They were 10 years old when they met. 10 years old, which is just so cute. They talked about, you know, the years of in between where they like didn't really obviously know they went in different paths and then reunited and had other careers. And and so many of them, 9 of the couple's fellow cast members attended the celebration.
Oh, yay.
We still got it, said the bride after singing with some of them.
Oh, that's so fun.
And they all like really do look the same. It is so
just like
funny.
grown-up versions of
like
what they
Lawrence, like looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. It's crazy.
I love seeing like the TikToks. There's all these videos of them like running around having fun together. They got married at the Park Chateau in New Jersey.
Gorgeous,
if you're familiar.
Gorgeous.
So yeah, love it. They live in Long Branch.
Aww.
Yeah, they live in Long Branch.
No, that's good. That's
so
good news.
I know it really was. That just like made me so happy seeing them all together.
Yeah,
so,
that's good
news.
That's
a good way to end.
Look back on too for them.
Exactly.
All right, we'll end on that note then.
If you've ever wanted to bet on sports but don't know how to, I totally get it. How do you get started? How do you place a bet? Well, our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, are making it easier than ever. The NFL postseason is the perfect time to get started. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and select a sport like NFL. Select an option like touchdown scorers. Pick who you think will score and place your bet. And to make it even easier, now DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So we are headed into Wild Card Weekend. There are games Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Jump in. You can download the DraftKings app and use code CHICKS. That's code CHICKS for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
All right, everyone, welcome back to another game of Beat Ria and Fran. This is game number 156, and we are joined by Paige and Caitlan, and they say they are ready to take on the pop culture trivia. So let's get into it.
Ladies, thanks for playing.
Thanks for having us.
We will jump into the rules here. It is 15 questions. If you get the question right, you get the point. If you get it wrong, the other team can steal the point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. To determine who goes first, Noah's going to give us a movie. We're going to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score of that movie. Whoever's the closest, your team will go first. Everyone gets their own individual guess, and we will alternate between teams for guesses. So, Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is A Star is Born, the Bradley Cooper one.
Bradley Cooper, yeah, okay.
All right.
Barbra Streisand. Okay, so one of you guys guess first.
Say like an 85.
Okay. Ria?
74.
I feel like it's high. Like a 90?
That's it.
Wow.
90.
Right on the dot.
Right on the nose.
Nailed it.
I went lower just to like maybe it was a trick question.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
No, it's just a straight up good movie.
Yeah, just a solid movie.
Yep.
Okay, question number 1 to Paige and Caitlan. Shout out Sarah from Louisville, Kentucky. In SpongeBob SquarePants, why did Gary temporarily leave SpongeBob for Patrick?
I feel like you're good at this.
Is this like when he ran away from home? Like,
Potentially. Well, there's the episode where he like leaves.
why'd he leave for Patrick though?
It's food related, something like that. I feel like it just is like he.
I don't know.
Like that.
We'll just put something down.
10
Okay.
seconds.
Okay, we'll say it was food related. He forgot to feed him.
Yeah, final answer.
Incorrect.
It like I feel like it is food related, but isn't it something with like a treat? Like Patrick like keeps like Patrick had like a treat or something on him.
Drawing a blank on this one.
And like, cause it was like Gary would always go to Patrick, and SpongeBob was like devastated.
like he
15
kept
seconds.
something in his pocket.
Yeah, it was like food in his pocket.
Okay, he kept.
Yeah,
he
let's
kept
go with
treats in his
yeah,
pocket.
food in his pocket. Final answer. That's
That
so
is
close.
right, but it's not as specific as the answer. The answer is that I had here is cookie in his pocket because
Cookie in his pocket? That's a treat?
Yeah, it's a treat in his pocket.
Patrick thought that he just liked him, and then at the end they find out that it's only because he had a cookie in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the
You guys are both close, but
I mean, I feel like you should go to Sarah from now on. Like when you need a judgment call, go to Sarah and Maddie, and they'll be the judgments on
Okay. I don't hate that. Should we start?
Yeah, we should start today.
Okay, what do you guys think? Because on my sheet it says Patrick has cookie in pocket. And they said food related and they said treat in pocket.
I said a treat.
Yeah, she said a treat. The show was so long ago.
A cookie is a treat.
Okay.
I think the specific part that was mentioned was in the pocket.
Yeah.
Which was...
Okay,
right.
we'll give it to you.
All right, I won't be mad either way.
I was going to say this could cause some controversy.
It could. Our judgment is everyone who works on the Trixie Honest team.
Yeah.
Should you not give it because you messed up the Gossip Girl question before the break?
We messed up the Gossip Girl
question?
question?
We got a point we weren't supposed to. I was wrong.
Noah.
I did see something about that.
Yeah.
All right.
I
I mean, I guess if we
it.
want to be as strict as possible, it's a cookie. So
Yeah,
I would go with
I'm
no.
actually going to graciously give up the point because
Yes.
of the mistake from the last
Yeah,
game.
and
Okay.
also I'm mad because I should have said cookie. Like
Yeah.
like I had cookie in my head
right.
and I didn't go specific enough.
Let's not take the point.
So I'll yeah.
Let's
you
not
know.
take that point.
All right, still 0-0.
It doesn't feel good taking that
No,
one.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay, question number 2 to Ria Fran. Shout out Rachel from Portland, Maine.
Now we must get this one.
Yeah.
The actors who play Nick and Coach on New Girl, Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans, starred in an action comedy movie in 2014. Name that movie.
Action comedy. 2014? 2014. What a blur. College. Jake Johnson.
I don't know.
I literally can't think of one other thing that Jake Johnson has done.
No, I know. And wasn't he
10
like
seconds.
in... Fuck.
5.
I'm not sure.
Date night.
Incorrect.
Good
To
guess.
Paige and
Good
Caitlan.
guess.
Yeah,
It's like
I
an
don't
action
know.
movie from 2014.
I have no idea. I feel like I've seen Jake Johnson in so many movies, and can't remember a single one right now. I feel like it's like I have no
15
guess.
seconds.
I don't have a guess either.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Nothing. Let's Be Cops. Ring a bell?
No.
Really?
0.
Yeah, no.
Not one bell has
That's
been
not-
rung.
Tickling the bells in my brain.
Okay. Still tied up at 0 then. Question number 3 to Paige and Caitlan. Shout out Tori from Manitoba, Canada. What 2 Will Ferrell movies are his stepmother played by the same actress?
Stepmother?
If you think of like Will Ferrell movies, Blades of Glory, Talladega Nights.
He doesn't have. Stepmother. 1's Kicking and Screaming.
Okay.
2, what would. Blanket, like Step Brothers, maybe?
It could be.
That's Step Brothers Kicking and
10
Screaming?
seconds. Final
That's
answer.
what
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. That,
Incorrect. Tori and Fran.
Isn't it
Elf.
Elf and Step Brothers?
Yeah.
Because people think
Uh-huh.
Elf is the...
Because it's the same. It's Mary.
Mary Steinbergen.
Yeah. I'm like Stein.
Steinbergen, I think.
Yeah.
Elf
yeah.
and Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't
I was
that-
like, are you guys not going to say Step Brothers?
Yeah.
When you guys were going through all the movies?
Oh, okay.
Isn't that what like Trent was famous for?
Yeah, he made that connection.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking that it was like the
Famous.
same.
He was. They like interviewed him in Iowa over
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, 1-0. Ria and Fran. Question number 4 to them. Shout out Elizabeth from St. Louis.
Did you guys see Trent made enchiladas on his story the other night? This is a side note. And I texted him about it. When
No.
me and Robbie Fox texted him, we were like, did you make those enchiladas? And he was like, I did. And then he sent me the recipe because I wanted to make enchiladas.
Nice. Good for him.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Good.
Name the actor or actress based on these movies. Sweet Home Alabama, Valentine's Day, Bridget Jones' Baby.
Isn't it Patrick Dempsey?
Patrick Dempsey. Say the movies again.
Sweet Home Alabama, Valentine's Day,
Yeah,
Bridget Jones' Baby.
Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah, Patrick Dempsey.
Final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
All right. 2-0 Ria and Fran. Question number 5 to Paige and Caitlan. Shout out Nori from Scranton. It's a very similar question. Name the movie based on the actors. Jamie Foxx, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kerry Washington.
Annie. Oh,
no.
I think What were the actors again?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Jamie Foxx, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kerry Washington.
Leonardo DiCaprio is not a name.
I would watch the shit out of
15
Leonardo
seconds.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, that would be
Leo
Daddy
and
Warbucks.
yeah, that he's who knows down the line.
Should I just guess?
Yeah.
Is it Shutter Island?
Final answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Django Unchained.
Oh.
Totally. Yep. Kerry Washington is
All right,
Yep.
Django Unchained.
Correct.
Yep.
All right, 3-0.
She just recently said that's one of her. I saw like a TikTok or I don't know if it was Letterboxd or one of them was like asking on a red carpet what the actors thought like their most impactful movie was, and that was Kerry Washington said Django Unchained, which reminded me that she was in Django Unchained.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 6 to Ria and Fran. They're up 3-0. Shout out Jen from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. In Step Up, what did Channing Tatum's character do that lands him working as a cleaner at the art school?
They break in and vandalize the stage.
Yes.
In the theater.
And
They're
yes.
breaking all the stuff in the theater. They get caught.
Vandalism.
Yeah. Vandalism in the theater department.
Yes.
Final answer.
Correct. Okay, 4-0. Pulling away here.
It was Channing Tatum on the stage.
Question number 7 to Paige and Caitlan. Shout out Kira from Shermansdale, Pennsylvania.
That
Just
was
like the way you
suspenseful.
move, just the way you move the mic, like the
I
mic
had
hit
to-
the desk and
I had
like
to
made like a,
Get closer to the
Incredibly suspenseful.
yeah.
There are currently 4 selling real estate series on Netflix. Name all 4.
Selling Sunset, Selling OC, what's
Buying
Beverly
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. That just got canceled, but
It's still
and then Manhattan, something with Manhattan.
selling or buying. It would probably be one of the two.
Let me just clarify that they're all selling, like part of the
Selling?
selling
Okay.
series.
Selling
Okay.
OC, Selling
Sunset.
Sunset, Selling Beverly Hills, Selling Manhattan.
Doesn't sound.
But I feel like that doesn't sound.
15 seconds.
Selling Sunset, selling OC. Selling. Yeah, I guess.
5
maybe.
seconds.
We'll put those 4.
Yeah.
Incorrect. 3 and Fran.
So, selling Sunset, selling the OC, selling the City is the new one because I've been watching that.
Okay.
And I think there's Salt Lake. Selling Salt Lake. I don't know if that's what it's called.
I'm not sure, but I trust
Yeah.
you on this.
And selling Salt Lake. That's gonna be my 4.
Incorrect. It's selling Tampa is the 4th.
Oh, selling
Oh,
Tampa.
Interesting.
Selling Salt Lake.
What's the name? Is selling Salt Lake not a selling one? It's like a different.
Sold
real,
on Salt Lake City, but that
Is it another Netflix?
that doesn't seem like it's on Netflix.
I think that's just Bravo. I saw it on Peacock.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's on Bravo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn.
Netflix.
Bravo's
Salt
new real
Lake
estate show.
City. Oh, maybe it's. Oh, you know what? I think I saw it on Peacock.
Shit.
I'm thinking of Peacock.
Dang.
I think it's
Yeah, those classic streaming services
Yep.
mix up.
Yeah. Sold on SLC. That's what it is.
Okay.
They all just all the
blend
names
together.
are
They blend
so
together.
close.
A lot of
I think
S's.
There's Sirhan
Yeah.
owning Manhattan.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Okay.
I knew there was one.
Mm-hmm.
Still 4-0. Ria and Fran. This is question number 8 to them. Shout out Hannah from Chicago. In This Is Us, what is the appliance that causes the house fire?
Crock-pot.
I never watched, so your answer.
I'm pretty sure it's a crock-pot.
All right, let's go
Yeah.
crock pot.
Yep. Final answer.
Correct. Wow. 5-0
We're gonna get one.
Yeah.
You guys can make a comeback. You never
Hey,
know.
you could.
You could. You
It's-
could.
it's
There are
still
questions
early.
left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worse with
So early.
movies. I get.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 9 to Paige and Caitlan. Shout out Olivia from Detroit. In Friends, who plays Phoebe's love interest when she gets chickenpox?
Oh my god, it's in the first season, which I never watch. This is gonna be the first Friends question I. No, George Clooney's the doctor. He is like a. I don't know.
Just guess. George.
George Clooney. I'm sorry.
Incorrect. Ria Fran.
I don't know either.
Okay, well, let's go through her love interests. Paul Rudd.
Anytime there is a Phoebe love interest, Paul Rudd and Michael Rappaport are the only ones I can think of.
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria, yes.
But I don't.
It's none of those.
I don't think it's any of those in the
those.
first one. No, but is it Hank Azaria because
then he leaves to go to.
Because it's like so long until he comes back again?
Right. Maybe.
All right.
We can guess that.
Okay, let's go with that.
Hank Azaria.
Incorrect. Charlie Sheen.
Oh.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yep.
I always forget about Charlie Sheen being on there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Start the year strong. Planet Fitness offers high-value membership that support any fitness journey. They provide a judgment-free environment where you're free to get strong your way on your time. You can feel your strongest, best self with best-in-class equipment for a full workout from strength training to cardio to stretching. They have brand new plate-loaded machines like hack squat and supine benches. Planet Fitness has the same high-quality, best-in-class equipment as other more expensive gyms, and their classic membership is just $15 a month. So if you're looking to get back in the gym, if you have a gym membership that you thought, oh my gosh, this is expensive, if you are looking for a great gym at a great price, you can check out Planet Fitness. Their hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. You can check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. You must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with a parent or guardian. We're all strong on this planet. Join today in club, online, or in the free Planet Fitness app.
Still 5-0, Ria and Fran. And this is question number 10 to them. I'm going to play a movie clip, and you tell me what movie it's from.
The last time that I saw you, I was 18. Seems that you go back to the same places a lot.
Okay, this is Rachel
It's
McAdams.
like gravity. Big events. Pull you in.
I was a big
About time.
So it would seem.
It's about time, right? Because he's talking about big events and time travel. The time traveler's wife.
Time Traveler's Wife.
These
That's my first thought was Time Traveler's Wife.
time traveler's wife.
Because About Time, the other guy that's talking, isn't the other guy British in About Time?
Yes. Okay,
But maybe it's not.
15 seconds.
Should we go time traveler's wife?
It's definitely Rachel McAdams in Time Traveler's Wife, right?
It's Rachel McAdams. I don't know.
No, I know, but I'm saying is she definitely
5 seconds.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we go with that.
Okay. Time traveler's wife.
Correct.
Ah. Oh. What a relief.
Yes. Was gonna be mad if that was About Time.
It's that guy who's, I don't know his name, that actor.
Isn't it Gerard Butler? No, it's not Gerard Butler. It's the other one from.
He was in Funny People.
Yeah. You appear to be Googling, so I'll just wait.
Eric Bana.
Eric, yeah.
Okay. 6-0. Ria and Fran. And this is question number 11 to Paige and Caitlan. Shout out Tori from Manitoba, Canada. Which Nicki Minaj song did Timothée Chalamet perform in a high school talent show video that went viral?
Roman's Revenge. Final answer.
Correct.
Yes.
There we go.
There it is.
On the board.
Not getting that one wrong.
No.
All right. 6-1. Ria and Fran. Question number 12 to them. Shout out Nori from Scranton. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, who did Harry and Ron transform into with the polyjuice potion?
Crab and Goyle.
Honey, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. Final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
Okay. 7-1. And this is question number 13 to Paige and Caitlan. Shout out Alexis from Atlanta. In the cartoon show Danny Phantom, what is Danny's catchphrase when he turns into a phantom-like being?
I don't even know what it is. I don't think I ever watched a single episode of that. Do you have a guess at all?
No.
Okay.
Like, wait, is it like a superhero?
Yeah. Like he's like
15 seconds.
Like I can only think of the theme song where he's like,
Hold on, what's the theme song?
I feel like it's
5
like something.
seconds.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, to Ria and Fran.
I cannot wait to hear what this answer
Phantom up.
is. I
don't know.
gotta catch him all because he's Danny Phantom.
Is that Pokemon?
Right? Why am I singing the Pokemon
Yeah.
song? But I think that is the Danny
Danny
Phantom song
also
too.
catches them all.
Gotta catch a ball because he's Danny Phantom.
Oh,
10 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Is
know
he
what it
catching
is.
things?
I don't know, but he says gotta catch
Alright,
them all
time is
because
up.
he's.
Yeah, go with that. Final answer.
Incorrect. It's I'm going ghost.
Oh,
classic.
He's going ghost.
But
Duh.
that is the theme
He's going
song.
ghost mode. Should
That
have
is, somebody please look verify that. We can get back to it, but I'm gonna catch them all. He's gonna catch them all.
He's
Danny Phantom is definitely
It
the
sounds
theme
right.
song.
It
Gonna
is?
catch them all. He's.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
he's gonna catch them all because he's
gonna
Danny
catch a man.
Phantom.
He's
He's
good.
gonna- okay, okay, all right.
You know?
I wasn't going crazy
No.
there. I was like, am I just combining Danny Phantom and Pokemon?
No.
Okay, still 7-1. 2 questions left.
What was he catching? Sorry.
Other ghosts?
Yeah.
Question number 14. Shout out Annika from Columbus, Ohio. In the movie Bridesmaids, what was the name of Annie Kristen Wiig's character's bakery?
This is our question.
Yeah.
Couldn't even give a
I
guess.
know she makes those little cupcakes. And it was called
I'm not sure.
Cake and Bake. I don't know.
Cupcakey.
10
LA
seconds.
cupcakes.
Yeah.
No clue. Pass.
Okay, to Paige and Caitlin.
I have no idea either, but I feel like I don't know.
Cupcakes in the name.
Maybe it's like Annie's. Is that?
Andy's cupcakes? I don't
Yeah, maybe. So I feel like it's gonna be like something funnier than that, but we could do that. Like Annie's cupcakes. Final answer.
Incorrect. Cake Baby.
Cake baby. Okay. Right. Now, I say that as if I knew. I
Yeah.
didn't. At all. Oh, cake baby.
Yeah.
Okay, final question. Shout out Libby from Grand Rapids, Michigan. This is to Paige and Caitlin. Who ripped off Zac Efron's shirt on stage at the 2014 MTV Movie Awards?
Why is my first guess pink? But I feel like that is so
Pink?
random.
Like, see?
Like it was someone like that. Like it wasn't like that mainstream.
Okay, it feels right. I feel like the time.
It wouldn't be Nicki Minaj, but that's another.
That's my
guess.
other thought. Yeah.
No, I feel like Nicki Minaj.
If pink was your first
5
guess,
seconds.
Should we just?
I think you should say it. I think that. Yeah. Okay. Pink. Final answer.
Incorrect.
I don't know. Is 2014 around when Baywatch was?
No.
No, that was
I think
later.
it wasn't it the awkward moment. That awkward moment.
Oh, is it
Was it-
Miles Teller?
Who else is in that?
Oh,
Michael B.
Michael B.
Jordan.
A combo? It was the two of them?
Yeah.
Ripped their shirt off
15
together.
Was it a woman?
I don't know. Is it one of the ladies from that awkward moment?
5 seconds.
Was it The Rock?
The
Time
Rock
is up.
could be involved in anything.
We
The
don't know.
Rock.
No, it's Rita Ora.
Oh, you know what? You guys were
something like not.
Yeah.
you guys were
Yeah, it
on
was-
the right track
yeah.
with Pink.
On the right
It was like
track.
random.
Yep. It was- yep.
It would be random.
Yep.
Yeah.
A
Damn.
pop star of that era.
Right.
7-1. Final score.
All right. We'll take
Rita
it.
Rita Ora ripped off Zac
I'm
Efron's
gonna go
shirt.
watch that after this.
Right.
Serious,
Like, I need to watch because that's
Yeah.
not ringing a bell.
It's not ringing a bell
It
at
sounds like we
all.
have to go back to 2014.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I do
Damn.
not remember that at all.
Neither do I.
And I would think it'd be something I'd remember.
Dang.
Huh.
Sounds
All right.
All right.
That wraps up the
We
game.
got the win there. We got the win.
So, guys, that Timothy Chalamet question came your
Yes.
way, and you're
And
like,
you know what?
Yeah.
That was
And
that was an extremely important question to get. So
Yes.
I'm glad you guys got that one.
Exactly.
Thank you guys so much for playing. And we'll still send you guys some merch. So if you can send know your address and size, we'll get that sent to you. Thank you guys so much. It was so
Thanks,
nice meeting
guys.
you guys.
It was so nice to meet you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We hope you have a marvelous weekend, a fantastic Francesca Friday.
Yes, enjoy your Franny Friday.
Enjoy your Franny Friday that we've now dubbed. And yeah, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you
Just
on Monday.
think, what would Franny do on this Friday?
Yeah, what is Franny doing on this Friday?
Maybe you have to make a
Channel
dentist
that.
appointment.
Yeah, a dentist appointment and another dirty martini at night. Enjoy your Franny Friday, everybody. We love you, and we'll talk to you on Monday.